I've been working on Fiverr for about 7 months now, and I've gotten dozens and dozens of orders. To make your first $500 on Fiverr, it's not too hard. You just gotta follow the steps that I share. So here's how you make money on Fiverr. Hello, labas, привет. It's gluten-free, pretty good, but it does make your mouth a little dry. So you're here because you want to learn how to make money on Fiverr, specifically how to make your first 500 on Fiverr. Well, you've come to the right place. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Brandon. If you have never seen my channel before, you've now seen it. I make videos relating to how to make money and also fitness, so if that's an interest of yours, definitely subscribe to the channel. Now, I've made a few videos of me working on Fiverr in the past. In those two videos, I basically shared the whole process of making money on Fiverr, how I fulfilled my orders, what kind of orders I got. And if that's of interest to you, definitely check it out after this video. I'm gonna link it down in the description or also in the comments. Making your first $500 on Fiverr, it's difficult, but don't worry, it is definitely doable. I'm going to share a bunch of different tips and tricks as to how you can get your first 500 off of Fiverr. So before you even make your Fiverr account, you have to establish one thing. You have to figure out what kind of skills and talents that you have that you can sell on Fiverr. I can guarantee that every single person watching this right now has at least one skill that they're better at doing than the majority of people surrounding them. Maybe you're really good at singing and you could sing songs for people on Fiverr. Maybe you're really good at editing and you can make cool videos or Photoshop cool pictures. Maybe your chess skills are above average. Or maybe you're really good at drinking water like me. I didn't do this, but you could literally make a gig of like, hey, tell me how much water you want me to drink on video and I'll drink it and send it to you. Like, people will pay for that kind of stuff. So figure out that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you think you're really good at and make those into gigs. Now with that said, try your best to maximize the amount of gigs you can create. I would recommend making 6 or 7 gigs and then leaving a few slots open to make extra gigs with. Now here's why. You will notice some of your gigs are gonna get a lot of clicks, a lot of views, and even some orders. Now give it a few months and see how your gigs perform. If you have a gig that you see is getting you a bunch of orders or you're getting a bunch of messages for, make a duplicate gig of that. Here's what I mean. I had a gig where I created customized calisthenics workout routines for people. That gig was my best seller and I was getting several orders for it. And it was also ranking under the keyword workout. Since it was so successful, I created a duplicate gig of that. But I renamed it. I changed the original title from customized calisthenics workout routine to home workout routine. Here's why I do this. Because the gig is successful, that means I'm doing some things right with it. Whether that be the quality of my work, or the pictures that I used on the gig, or the video that I made for it, something is going right with it. And so basically the whole idea of duplicating your gigs is to take over a niche on Fiverr. In my case, it's the fitness niche. So when people use different keywords like calisthenics workout routine or at-home workout, then I will have my gigs ranked under those keywords. Therefore, I get several more orders coming to me because I have several gigs ranked in the fitness niche. I hope that made sense because it's a little more of an advanced technique and it's not really something you should do as a beginner, but when the orders do start rolling in, it's something you want to start implementing so you can maximize the amount of money you make. Let's move on. Tip number 3, make a professional video for each gig. This is super important. You want to have a professional looking video on your gig so that when people click on it, they kind of get to know you. They get to see what you're like, who you are. Even Fiverr themselves recommend that you put a video on every single gig. It is your job in the video to tell people why they should buy from you and why they will be safe buying from you. A lot of people are careful with their money and they're not just going to throw it on some random gig. They want to make sure they're going to get their money's worth. As a beginner on Fiverr, I actually tested this on accident. I only created one super professional video for one of my gigs, which was my workout routine gig, and for the rest of the gigs, I didn't create any videos for it. And guess which gig was my bestseller? The one with the video. In the very first few weeks, I got like 5 orders on my workout routine and then 0 on the rest. So having a video can be very powerful if you frame it the right way. Now, how do you make a proper good gig video? Let's get into my tip number 4, which will help explain this. But before I explain, if you are learning something of value from this video, please leave a like on it. It really helps for the YouTube algorithm. I want to help as many people as possible on Fiverr, so liking this video will help push the video out to those people. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Tip number 4, model after your competition. Simply take a look at the top performing gigs in your niche of gigs. Look at the top performing gigs in the niche of your gigs. Okay. You understand, right? So let's say again my workout gig. I'm gonna go take a look at the top performing workout gigs and see what they're doing that I am not doing that I should be doing to make my gigs more successful. And that includes looking at their video. Look how they structure their video. Try your best to model their video because there's a reason it's working. Definitely don't copy it word for word, but make it pretty much the same style as they have it. Take a look at their description, look at what keywords they use in their description, because if their gig is successful, it's probably because it's being ranked under several different search engine keywords. So based off of their description, try to figure out what the best keywords are in your niche. Now take a look at all the sample work on the gig. Is that something you are able to recreate? If not, then that means you have more room for growth and you need to work on that skill. If you can, that's great. Then you'll probably be successful just like them. Now let's also talk about how you can price your gigs. As a beginner, it can be very hard to decide how you want to price each and every package. So one way is again, modeling after your competition, seeing what they're pricing it at, and of course pricing it lower than they are. However, you shouldn't price your gig exactly the same as your competitor. For one, you're a beginner and you don't have the credibility that they have, so you definitely have to price your gigs much lower than they have it. I'd recommend starting at the bare minimum, which is $5, and then working your way up when you get more credibility. Once you get about 15 to 20 orders on a gig, then you can look into raising your prices. Tip number 5. Fully set up your profile. People are much more inclined to buy from someone with a professional headshot as their profile picture. Also put what degrees you have if you have any degrees. Definitely take the English test. I feel like that helps boost your gig in the Fiverr algorithm. Especially if English is not your native language or you don't look like an English speaker, then taking that English test and having a high score will definitely help you a lot. Make sure you fill out your profile tags as well. In my case, I had gigs related to skits, video editing, Photoshop, working out, social media marketing, so I had tags relating to those niches. Once again, this is going to help boost your gigs in the Fiverr algorithm. Okay, now the 6th tip. Do not worry about the money in the beginning stages of working on Fiverr. That is the worst thing you can do. Focus on building credibility, not making money. Instead of putting $5 of effort into that $5 order you got, you want to put $100 worth of effort into that $5 order. You want to go above and beyond for your very first few orders. This is going to do a few things for you. 1, you're going to get a 5-star review. 2, you're going to potentially get a tip and get paid more from the person. And 3, after the person leaves a review, a sample of your work is going to be posted on your gig. And if you have a bunch of very high quality samples, you're going to have a higher chance of getting more orders. This once again ties back into having a very professional looking gig that models after your competition. And having a bunch of high quality samples of your work on your gig is just going to add on to that. Tip number 7, when you get messages, respond as fast as possible. Having a fast response time is a very good sign. The Fiverr algorithm loves when you have a fast response time, so they're going to recommend your gig to more people if you reply fast. To help with this, download the Fiverr app so then you get notifications every single time you get a message, and then you can right away just hop on the app and message the person back. Now the very last tip and the most important one is be patient. If you watch the other 2 videos that I made of me showing the process of how I got orders on Fiverr, it took a while before I finally started getting orders consistently. And even now I still get very inconsistent orders. One month I'll get 5 orders, and then the other month I'll maybe get like 1 or 2. So when it comes to growing your business on Fiverr, you have to be very, very patient. There's a lot of different factors that goes into whether or not you're going to get orders on Fiverr. No matter what kind of gig you have, you're going to get orders so long as you implement and maximize each and every single tip that I just shared in this video. With that said, if you learned something new from this video, definitely leave a like on it. It's going to help push it out to other people just like you who need some advice, who need tips on how to grow their business on Fiverr. And also, if you want to learn more about making money online, definitely subscribe to my channel. I share a lot of information and tips as to how you can do that. And also, if you want to be more hydrated and healthy, I drink a lot of water on the channel. That'll probably inspire you to drink some more water too. Oh man. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go drink some more water and eat some more gluten-free pretzels. Have a great rest of your day and or night and or morning. I don't know. Peace.